Today's training is going to be all about working out on the road. My name is Andrea, nutritionist and health coach at Healthy Trucker. So we know that being a driver has a unique set of challenges, and that includes how to stay fit on the road. You're obviously not able to go to a gym because you are all over North America, and your schedule is a little crazy, so it can be hard to have that routine that you might have if you are at home. But guess what? No gym, no problem. Society in the last, I would say 20 to 30 years has really made us think that we require a gym in order to stay fit, but that's really not the case. Gyms really didn't become popular until the 90s, and people were able to stay fit before that. So start thinking outside of the box, outside of the gym, if you will, and really get back down to the basics and think about how you can stay fit with just your own body wherever you are. So when I say just with your own body, I mean your body can be your equipment. There are so many workouts that you can do just using your own body weight to create resistance, or not even using your body weight at all. Here we see this guy is skipping. He's obviously using a skipping rope, but he doesn't actually need that. He could simply replicate the motion of skipping just with his hands and still get a great workout out of that. That means that you can work out absolutely anywhere, anytime, with or without any equipment. It makes it super convenient and it helps you drop those excuses so that you can just get your workout in. Now, because being a driver means you are very busy and you might not have a lot of time to work out, that is totally okay because short, intense workouts have been found to be a lot more effective, and I'm going to show you how to do that in just a few minutes. So if you do want to take some equipment with you on the road, even whether you're a driver and you want to keep a couple things in your truck just to make it easier for you to switch things up and have a more diverse workouts, more variety in your workouts, you can totally do that. Maybe you're somebody that's not a driver, you're an office worker in the industry, you're still very busy, maybe you're traveling a lot, working in sales, something like that. These can be great things for you to just keep in your car. Maybe you're in hotels a lot. Easy little pieces of equipment to take with you wherever you are. So first thing we need is a towel or a mat. That way, say you're in the parking lot of a truck stop and you're able to do a quick little workout beside your truck, you want to lay that mat down and then there you go, your gym is set up. You may want to have some dumbbells. So you could have 1 to 3 different sizes of dumbbells, maybe a 5 pound, 10 pound, and 15 or 20 pound. It's totally going to depend on your strength and your current level of fitness, but those can be a really easy way to get in lots of different workouts just with 2 simple dumbbells. A kettlebell can be a great option. Resistance bands, these are amazing because they take up virtually no space. You can do so many different workouts with them and you can get them in so many different strengths or levels of resistance, from very easy to very difficult. A skipping rope can be a great option, as we talked about in the slide before, but again, it's not something that you actually need. And then finally, shoes. Of course, you need to have proper running shoes. Those are really going to make a difference in your workouts and in your recovery and injury prevention. So moving on, if you don't want to have any equipment whatsoever except for maybe that yoga mat or simply even just the running shoes, totally fine. That just means that you're going to be doing body weight workouts. These are equipment-free workouts. You're not using any equipment whatsoever, and you're using your own body weight to create resistance. So what I want you to think about is push-ups. See, this guy in the picture here is doing some push-ups off the bumper of the truck. His own body weight is what's creating that resistance and really working his chest and his back. So he's not actually using any weights to do that. Your own body weight is your equipment. So these other things that fall into this category would be push-ups, squats, burpees, planks, lots and lots of different workouts that you can do with your own body weight. So don't think that no equipment means you're not getting a good workout. You can absolutely get a really good workout with no equipment at all. As we see in the picture, with him using the bumper, you can use the truck for increased variety of workouts, creating leverage. If he wanted to do a little bit of a modified version of those push-ups, he's doing a very advanced version, he could turn around and actually have his hands on the bumper. That would decrease the amount of his own body weight that he's having to push up, and it'll be a little bit easier. So get creative, use the truck, obviously do so in a safe way, but that your gym can be your truck. Now, moving on to cardio. Cardio is one of the most well-known types of exercise, and for good reason, because it is super simple. Most people can do some form of cardio, whether that's even just walking, jogging, running, sprinting. It's simple. It gets your heart rate up. It gets your blood pumping. It's a great form of exercise, and it's something that you can do virtually anywhere as well. Moving on to something you may not have heard of before is high intensity interval training. So we can refer to that as HIIT training or HIIT workouts. So these incorporate both strength moves and cardio work. They don't take a lot of time. You can do a great HIIT workout in as little as 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. They really get your blood pumping, but also give you those benefits of strength training. So they kind of combine cardio and weight training. So what they are short bursts of intense activity, so maybe like 20 seconds of doing something really, really intense, followed by a lower intensity break. So that could be for say 40 seconds where you're still moving, you're just doing something that's a little bit less intense and is letting your heart rate come down a little bit. So maybe for 20 seconds you're doing burpees, really difficult, and then for 40 seconds you're going to do bicep curls. There are plenty of HIIT workouts out there that you can try. You can just Google them. Maybe you've done some before. The options are absolutely endless because you can create any combination of workouts that you want when doing HIIT training. Super effective, super quick. Definitely recommend those. Now, walking. A lot of you may think, well, I'm past that point. I don't need to walk. I work out regularly. That's just a little too beginner for me. But what a lot of people don't realize is that walking is one of the most underrated and underused forms of exercise there is, because absolutely everybody should be walking, no matter what their physical activity level is. So I always recommend that people include it as part of their exercise routine, no matter what it is they're doing in the week. So heading out for maybe one or two 30-minute walks a week, even if you're working out 4 or 5 times a week, will really, really give you lots of benefits for your health overall. Now you can do this wherever you want. You can head outdoors. That's a great way to get some fresh air, great stress reliever. You could work out on a treadmill if you want to. That might be a little bit more boring. Obviously that's not super convenient for truck drivers, but if you do have access to a gym, maybe you're a short haul driver and you do like to go to the gym, you can totally do it on a treadmill, but at the same time, be careful that it's not affecting your knees. If you do start to have knee problems on the treadmill, you may want to consider other options. And you can always walk on a track if your gym happens to have one of those available. Now for drivers, they actually have a track built right into the parking lots that they park in every single day. So these are a convenient way for them to get some exercise in, park the truck, head out for 5 minutes or maybe 5 laps. You could head out for a full hour if you want, but get moving, get some laps in that parking lot, and then you can head inside and get some food or have a rest and go to sleep. Stretching. Stretching is also often very overlooked, but it's crucial for absolutely everyone, especially drivers, because drivers have a very sedentary lifestyle, and that translates into tight muscles and decreased range of motion. This can put them at risk for injury. Maybe they are getting out of the truck and they grab onto the handle and then they slip and they don't have a good range of motion, so they tear a muscle right in their shoulder. The rotator cuff injury, we see that quite often. If you have a little bit of a better range of motion, a little bit more flexibility, you won't be as prone to that injury. Now, for drivers especially, this sedentary lifestyle affects their hips, chest, and back of legs. So these are areas that we really want to make sure you focus on, but at the same time, it's really important to get an overall good stretch of all body parts. Doing this every single day is what's actually going to get you results and helping you achieve better flexibility. But it's a minimal time commitment. You only need to spend maybe 5 or 10 minutes on this in order to see those results. So it increases circulation, it increases your energy, so you're going to get immediate results from that, and that's really important. Increasing circulation will really help to increase focus, and that's definitely something that we want for drivers. They need to be focused in order to be safe on the road. As we talked about, it's going to decrease their risk of injury and pain. And it's super easy, super affordable. Obviously, you don't need any equipment whatsoever to stretch, but it's just important that you make sure you're doing it consistently, safely, stretching to the point of tension, never to the point of pain, and holding those stretches for long enough. A lot of people will go into a stretch and hold it for about 5 seconds and think that's plenty. But unfortunately, that's not the case. You need to be holding each stretch for at least 30 seconds. So here we can see some examples of exercises if you aren't sure where to start. Doing the chest, the upper back, the back of the upper arms, which can get quite tight in the tricep area. Working on the calf, the back of the thighs, front of the thighs. The quads definitely get really tight in through the hips when you're sitting at that 90-degree angle all day. Working on the rest of the thighs, lower back can cause a lot of problems for a lot of truck drivers, especially with the compression if you don't have a good seat in the truck. And then working through the entire torso, really working to stretch the entire torso through twisting. That's really going to help improve the range of motion that you have there. Now, I talked about working out kind of when you're on the road and how it's super easy to just get workouts in while you're on a break, wherever you are. But a little more specifically, where can you do this? You can work out inside the truck. So if you have those dumbbells and you just sit in the bunk and you curl them, that contributes perfectly towards your workout. Lots of different weightlifting moves that you can do right inside the bunk. You can do squats, you can do planks. I know the space might be a little bit tight. You might not want to be doing jumping jacks and whatnot in there, but you can definitely get some strength workout done in there if the weather maybe isn't as nice outside. Now, outside the truck, obviously you want to park in a safe space in order to do this. Parking lot would be best, and just make sure people are able to see you and they're not going to kind of drive right into that spot next to you and hit you. Obviously, use common sense there. But as you can see, this guy, he threw down a yoga mat and he's doing a plank right beside his truck. No excuses, just getting it done. A lot of drivers tell me that they'll go into the truck stop, find kind of the driver's lounge or the driver's rest area, and they'll get a workout done right in there, obviously, if they're not disrupting other people, but they can get a quick 5-10 minute workout before they go get in the shower. And then, of course, at home. So I know you guys might not be home all that often, but when you are home, it is really, really important that you do take advantage of that time and get a workout in on your days off. So even if it's just 20 minutes, get it done super quick and then move on to enjoying your time at home with your family, getting all those things done that you need to do. Now, if you aren't sure where to start, you need a little bit of inspiration as far as workouts go. YouTube can be your absolute best friend as far as workouts. You can type in quick body weight workouts or low impact body weight HIIT workouts. Whatever you need for a workout, you can find it on YouTube. There are also lots of apps out there. I like the one called 12 Minute Athlete. They have plenty of workouts they shuffle through that you can do in as little as 12 minutes. That really cuts the excuse of time out of the equation when you can get such an effective workout done in that time. And ask your friends and family. They may not be experts in this area, but maybe they have made some life changes and gotten more fit in the last little while, and they could be a great source of inspiration for you. Just ask them what they do, and I'm sure they'll be happy to tell you. So now that we've discussed all of this, are you ready to ditch those excuses? Are you ready to get in shape? Just pack some workout clothes, get a yoga mat or a towel, and get moving. Stop thinking about it so much. Just do it, okay? It's as easy as just going for a walk around the parking lot and then maybe increasing your speed, maybe bringing that up to a jog and seeing what you can do from there. But what's important is that you just start.